When I teach today, I'm a composite of all my teachers who came before me. There are steps that I remember from those teachers. I give them in my class to the generation. I loved dance when I was a child. I was 7 when I started. I auditioned for the School of American Ballet when I was 13, and I was accepted on a full scholarship. I wouldn't have been a dancer today if I would not have had a scholarship, because my mom could not afford to send me. So we jumped for joy when we got the scholarship. My mom was so supportive of me all my life. I was a very young dancer when Balanchine took me, and he made me the ballerina that I am today. The emphasis was on the musicality with George Balanchine. Dancing free, dancing big, taking over the stage. So this is to learn from him, to see him dance these roles. He performed them, he danced them in front of me, and I copied him. And he showed them so beautifully that it was such a wonderful learning process to see how he moved and the way he wanted you to move in it. I remember the work that I did in the studio with him, and it was made especially for me. Probably I did over 100 ballets inside of the New York City Ballet and outside. I was counting, like, how many people asked me, how many have you done? So one day I went and said, oh, I did this, I did that, and I had, over 25 ballets that were made for me and by George Balanchine, and it was a thrill. It was so extraordinary to be in the studio alone with him. You know, my first partner was Edward Villela, who was a powerhouse of a dancer. He was like the most exciting dancer of his day. I could throw myself freely, and we didn't really have to talk. And I did dance with Jacques d'Amboise, who was very tall, and he was also very charismatic. And I got to dance with my husband, Jean-Pierre Bonfou, and that was very special. Actually, his first performance in the company, we were in love, but we never partnered together. He was rehearsing with Melissa Hayden for his first performance, and I came off stage and doing the ballet before his premiere ballet, and they said, Melissa's just injured herself. You have to go on and do Tchaikovsky pas de deux. But we had never even done a pirouette together. He didn't know my balance. And so I threw my headpiece on, got the costume on, and we were on, and we rehearsed 5 minutes, literally. But we tried a few pirouettes, and the audience got us together, and Balanchine said, you know, good. You know, it was very special dancing with him. Ballet is new in Charlotte. We have never had a ballet company. Many cities are like this. We felt this was an exciting challenge for us. My husband, he's the visionary, but we felt together that this was where we wanted to be, and we brought our children here. We've seen such a beautiful growth. We started with 100 students when we first came here, and it's grown to almost 700. But I love to pass on the Balanchine works because of the musicality, the energy it takes. And you need the épaulement, beautiful arms to go with the legs. And he's with me every day, every rehearsal, every class, when I stage a Balanchine ballet. There's a vivid picture of him showing me these, or what he said to do in these ballets, and I feel, you know, blessed that I can still do this. I can still carry on and still stage his ballets on the company. This is a great thing to be able to do that.